build an app using Lovable to build an app because I want to build an app so I can get smarter every day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're actually going to watch me build an app using AI and write not a single line of code because AI is such a superpower. Like, you could build an app, monetize it, make a few money online. Let's be honest, that's what we all want. So, let me set this up so that we can kind of watch me build an app using AI right now. Cool. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Sarah? Good to see you. Another beautiful day. Let's actually just dive into using AI because I technically want to finish building my app. I'm really kind of like, I'm really itching to get this app done, or just for my own personal enjoyment. We are working on, oh, you're working on Appify today. Oh, Monica, you're doing Appify. Nice. I gave Monica a list of lead gen sources so that she could find scrape websites and all of the stuff. So if you're looking to scrape leads, send me a DM in the community and I'll give you the tools. She's using Appify. Welcome, everyone. Level up. Appify for web scraping. To scrape a list of leads online. It could be leads from TikTok, it could be content. This is how they're scraping my content to build clones of my my content. So, with great power comes great responsibility, as they say. So, full web scraping. I mean, between this and also, because it's very powerful, especially for competitors. Like, say, for example, you wanted to scrape pricing for our website so that you guys are always up to date, especially on, say, for example, when a deal hits or something like that. This can be very, very powerful. There's also Firecrawl. So these are just two web scraping websites that allow you to scrape any data on the web and turn it into a CSV file and then load it to your app. You could load it to, I mean, technically you could scrape the data and then put it in an app so it's easier to use if they have a horrible UI. I know there's some apps out there, like some business tools, and like the UI is like the worst. And so you could create your own, get better data, and sell it to your competitors or clients. Very, very powerful. But just for fun, I'm just going to spend a few moments and just kind of build my Lovable app. I think I know where I went wrong with my this one for like personal development, which again, I'm really stoked about this, for example. So I really want to, because I'm also learning how to get better use out of it. And I think I gave too much of a scope the last time I was building with it. So I definitely need to go back in time, May 3rd. How is this? 11 to 10 p.m. to 11. Okay, so the most recent's at the top. This is at the bottom. So I think we could go to just fix the lesson type error. Even if we go to Supabase and I think redirect. Yeah, because we definitely want to go to here, this lesson right here. How are you hosting the site? They have their own hosting, which is nice. So you can host it directly from Lovable and just buy a domain for like $1 a year, which is like pretty damn cheap. Winston, what's up, Winston? I recognize Glory House. Super dope. Let's see if we can restore this version. Proceed anyway. Okay, so we're gonna update my app. This is one of the best like tools to start to play with. For example, it's super powerful. So can you list web scraping sites? Appify and Appify is one. This is one for scraping data on the web. Take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. The other one is Firecrawl. That's another one. Take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Those are the main two from there. So that will make you very, very dangerous so that you can scrape any information on the web and you could do all sorts of pretty scandalous stuff. Okay, so I think, did it restore this version? Hey, restore. Okay, so I just want to restore this version. I think this is the newest one. Let me double check. So basically, if you guys give you some updates, basically, it's a personal development app just for fun that has based on Brian Tracy's seminar. So he has 17 principles out of it. So if you start your journey, you could create an account. I think I already have an account, which pretty much there's nothing else there. For example, there's this at gmail.com, and this really doesn't matter. Sweet. Okay, cool. So from here, I need to upload the information, and this is where I think I made the mistake from last time, is basically I need to get it, I need to give it one lesson at a time. So if I, because here we have basically an XP program phase, so it's like cool, it'll collect points for every time you complete a lesson, which is great. You have the next lesson right here with 17 lessons total, and then if I start the next, I'm gonna actually make sure Supabase is actually kind of hooked up too, which actually, yeah, Supabase is hooked up, so I got my database connected. Then here is where we need to update information for these slides, even with this. And then when you check it, it should take you back to the great. So it takes you back, it gives you points for completing the lesson, and then it shows you the next lesson, which is awesome. So this is perfect. This is what I want. Now I need to go to my Google Drive to get the whole lesson plan, because here's where I made a mistake last time. I gave it too much information. I gave it the whole lesson plan, but here I need to take this and add this to lesson 1. And let's see if this will do it out, because we need to update the slides with the information. So we're going to pop out our cool little bar right here, talk to our AI coding assistant. Okay, cool. Take this information and update the slides 1 through 5 for lesson 1. Colon, shift enter, paste. Let's see if it does that. That would be very interesting, because that's why I think, just like writing a book with AI, I think I had to go through one lesson at a time, which I'm okay with that, honestly. Okay, cool. So that's kind of working there, because hopefully if that works out, then we could rip through all 17 lessons from there. Because I really, while we're doing that, I want to also take this pretty much transcription, and I want to now turn this. I'm building a Chrome extension that rags the URL of the page you're on and let's talk sites. Nice. Great project, Danny. You should definitely create content to show that project, because that is very, very powerful. So what I want here, I kind of want to turn this into a workbook. Join too late, complete. No, definitely. So basically, I'm redoing the workflow of my personal development app. And so last time the lesson that I learned from previous is basically I gave it way too much information for it to try and organize. That broke it. So I needed to break it down into smaller lessons, which, okay, it updated it. So, okay, so it's actually done. Interesting. If only I had, you can, Danny, do it. So here, so now we technically go back to the lesson 1. Wait, that's not lesson 1. Where's lesson? Review lesson was this? Oh, that's completed master. Okay, so yeah, this is the first one. Not really. Let me see if we can see here. So, well, I'm kind of curious why it didn't. Understanding the nature of success. First off, are we in the right lesson plan? The nature of success, right? Let's explore. Success isn't that. Success follows the principles like the rising sun, can be learned systematically, human possessed, da. I feel, oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. So there needs to be a little more meat on the bone here. So that's what I need to do. OpenAI nonprofit is officially maintaining control, and they closed their deal on Windsurf for $3 billion. And I think they're also pretty much like Microsoft is hosting a Grok server on Azure now, which is kind of interesting. It's like great big things. I mean, that was a big purchase today, which was super interesting. AI changes every single week. It's like so wild, but that's a huge announcement. I need to take this and I need to go back to my conversation in Gemini to kind of work this out a little better. Hey Gemini, so here I need you to expand. What was going on here? Is this the one? Phoenix Seminar Lesson Plan. I think this is the lesson plan. Yes. Actively change. Okay, cool. I need to redo. So expand on this lesson so it's more comprehensive to put in a 5-slide presentation ending with a exercise. Let's see if it redoes this, because I see what it did. It did it okay. It's just a little too short as far as like how it built these slides, which is fine, because we wanna, and we don't need multiple slides. Even if we just did 2 slides, so it should be topic, description, and then exercise. So it's just 3 slides. So let's simplify this to 3 slides. Stop. Let's make this 3 slides. Actually, we could kind of make it just 2 slides if we think about it. Just make it even simpler. Make this 2 slides. Make this 2 slides. One with the information and the other with the exercise. That's what I want. Good question, Denny. Are you on School? School, unfortunately, is a horrible platform for online learning. I'm actually on Circle, which technically, oops, not that one. So if you go to my TikTok account, highly recommend joining, because this is where, if you love stuff like this, we have a ton more content and marketing and everything. So definitely want to join. Let's see here. To get it, super easy. Just go to my link in bio and click right there. And then from there, you want to click on the bio. And then when you click on that, just click on join the AI community. And from there, you can join. So, I mean, it's only $97 a month. I mean, you're going to spend more money on other things and not get ahead in the world, but this is going to keep you, I mean, it's such a competitive advantage because we go through a ton of stuff. Like, what's wrong with school? I haven't used it, but I like Hormozi's podcast when I want motivational. It's a very poorly designed application for learning, unfortunately. Like, it's not even, it's like it wants to be a learning management platform, but it's not, just because Alex, actually, it was technically, if you really want to get fancy, it was actually a failing company because they couldn't get product market fit, because let's face it, the platform's trash. So then Hormozi bought it at a discount and used his brand to basically pump it up. So that's why everyone associates School with Alex Hormozi. But just because you're associating with that with Alex doesn't mean that's a good platform to actually like build an online course and community. Because the other thing too, it's so basic. Like, there's no automation. You have to spend $100 for every community, which is like horrible. And the way they I don't want to say they scam you per se, but the way they manipulate you to get you to pay more is basically they tell you, hey, you got to create a free community first, and then you have a paid community. That whole gimmick is just to get you to spend $200 a month on a platform that's trash. Like, you could spend $200 a month on that. It's basically the difference between a go-kart and a Ferrari. A go-kart is School and a Ferrari is Circle. So Circle, I mean, for cheaper too. Circle is, it's not even a price discussion. It's a features discussion, because for me as the administrator, in order for me to manage an elite level of learning management platform and manage students that are completely around the world so that they have a uniform experience and can consume the content, collaborate with other members, Circle is like the gold standard. So like, there's no way I would have been able to create a 200 member group on School, because I tried like I couldn't even get 5 people to sign up. It was so hard, and everyone's distracted. It's becoming like LinkedIn honestly, because no one wants to log into School because of all the notifications that you get. It's so interesting. So that's just my 2 cents. If you want to make FU money online and you want to sell. It's not so much courses, it's really community, because let's be honest, no one really wants the courses. They actually want the community aspect of it, to connect with like-minded people on a platform that doesn't have algorithms, doesn't have bots. By the way, School has a ton of bots on it. I don't know if you guys know. Like the number one member in Liam's community group is actually a bot. It's a Grok bot. Yep, Circle is the best for online community, and this is what we teach you. Oh, good question. WAP is just an MLM. It's even worse. WAP is just an MLM. And look, you got Iman Ghazi, who like basically invested in WAP. Both of these guys invested in two failing platforms, and because they bought it cheap, because they want to. Right now, everything right now, if you look at more of the economy, everything right now is courses and community. So they saw that as the trend. So that's why they bought platforms that were mediocre at best to try and get into the online education space. I mean, even mastermind.com, Tony Robbins tried to get in the game with their mastermind program, which it's a horrible platform too. It's actually even the worst of the worst. The problem is they're going to charge you $2,000 just to use their platform, which is like, don't worry, I bought it so that you guys don't have to. What's the other question? Do you think Lovable is okay for building full report generating apps pulling APIs? Well, it's going to be the UI that you're going to basically build for the front end. You're still going to build, you're probably going to need, for Natalie, you're probably going to need an API that's going to go and pull the information. You need some place to store it and then render it. So you can do it. It's going to be that's a really big build for what you're trying to do. What's the difference between that and MMOE? What's MMOE? MMOE. I'm always curious. Model relationship. Oh, that's definitely outside of my pay grade. Sorry. What course do you recommend for self-learning beginners? My AI community, of course. I mean, there's YouTube. It depends on your budget. If it's free, just go to YouTube. Pay $14 a month and then just binge YouTube videos. But the challenge is there's no tech support. There's not designed for beginners. You're going to waste your time trying to figure out which is the best course that's out there or YouTube video. So I'm so biased. Oh wait, I didn't even click run on my app right now. I was like trying to build this. I use Lovable, move the project to Cursor, and publish via Cloudflare. Yep, that's the workflow. That is the workflow. Just Lovable just for the UI. Would you recommend security on the apps? There's a ton. Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so much security that you have to think about. Not gonna lie. You have to think about, because there's a lot of really smart 14-year-old hackers out there that will destroy people's like Lovable apps. So I'm very light on the security per se, so I can't really recommend anything that's the best. I'm not a software developer by trade, but I act like one. Okay, let's see. I think this is better for it. So yeah, this is way better of a curriculum in 2 slides. So let's go back to my Lovable app. We're going to say make all 2 steps, 2 commands, make all slides for all lessons, just 2 slides, one for the information and the other for the exercise. First go and do that. I need to like give it step by step, and then I'll give it information of what to update the slides for. So let's fix all the cards so that they're 2 slides instead of 5 slides. Simplifying things. Nice. But I highly recommend people sign up for Lovable and start playing with some apps, because it's more like the practice that you're playing with it to build, and have fun with the projects too. Like I don't recommend people's first project trying to be a project that they're trying to make money with, because you're going to get frustrated when you don't know a feature about the software. It could be any AI tool. It's like build for fun first, and then build for making money. The issue with all these solutions is that you have to do it step by step, otherwise they hallucinate and mess up. Yeah, the way I think about it is like you're speaking to a college intern and it's their first day of work at your business. So you can't give an intern on their first day of work too much work, or they hallucinate and freak out. So you have to give them step-by-step commands. It's no different than like software development. It's like computers are very fast, but they're very dumb. And if you have to go step by step in order to tell them exactly, especially when you get into like voice agents and chatbots, the way you prompt their behavior, you have to be like very step by step, especially for like the receptionist app that we built, AI chatbots on the website. If you want them to do cool, simple things like book on an appointment or get contact information for like a lead, stuff like that, you kind of have to like work with them. I'm having a mare with an agent for a dentist. Dentists will pay good money, honestly, for AI chatbots. They are like, especially this is like the best time to go into like AI agencies to like build these tools for businesses. Like you can technically build a web app for a tool and then have this with webhooks trigger automation using make.com or NAN and do some automations on the back end, and then the business gets this nice like UI. That's a huge advantage. Crawl the website and put it in the KB. That's what I'm selling. Dude, you're crushing it. Danny, create content. Create content. Create content. Should always create content, because then you could get other dentists that would basically want that. For example, we do have we have 2 members in our community that are actually dentists, and they're looking to do it. Oh, I think it's done. Let's see. Wait, check this. Lesson 1, perfect. Lesson 2, okay, cool. So now add, okay, perfect. So now we're gonna say add this info to slide 1 and 2 for lesson 1. Paste. Wait, let me just make sure I copied the right text, because if this works, dope. Because then we can rock with this and build out the rest of the app. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm slowly going through this 9-hour episode or 9-hour seminar. Oops. This 9-hour seminar from Brian Tracy. It's so good. Like, it is so good for personal development, like the principles in it. Like, literally, if you listen to this, like, once every 2 weeks, it's going to change your life, like 100%. It's like such great for like personal development. So I want to turn this into a video game so I could basically gamify my learning. That's level 1. And then, which I'm doing right now with Lovable. I think this is going to work even better. And then level 2, I don't even know how many credits I have left. Level 2 is I want to turn this, because I may have to redo every lesson, which I'm okay with, because that's way better. And then yeah, and then I want to turn this into a workbook that I could go through and like actually go through the different lessons and principles so I could commit them to my long-term memory. This is how old people learn. I'm kidding. This is how adults learn outside of college. Hashtag students alive. You self-host away. NAN is the best automation tool, I think, especially if you self-host. The thing with self-hosting is like you got to be like, you're now the IT department, so to make sure everything is uptime. Sure, yeah, you're saving cost as far as like having to do server stuff, but it's like I don't find it's that much of a cost difference. It's also like a peace of mind kind of thing. Okay, let's see if it did it. Lesson 1, the nature of success. So that's what I want. And then I can add an image right there. Success isn't about luck, IQ, or connections. It's a predictable outcome, like a nature law. The laws are really good. That follows. So success is you can systematically achieve more than what you've ever think possible. So here's an exercise. Choose one area in your life right now that you truly want to achieve. Make a conscious, firm decision right now to exceed all the previous levels of accomplishment. Write it down on a specific paper in a journal. This week I will decide to exceed my previous efforts in AI or business or whatever by doing X. And then you complete the lesson. That's much better, actually. And then I can add an image to each one, fundamentally. Dr. T, I miss you. Where have you been? Please book your office hour sessions. I miss you. No, I'm just kidding. We all miss you in the community. Hope everything's well. I know you have a lot on your plate. Sending you lots of love and blessings to you and your family. So my members are dope. Let's see. So we're building an app for personal development. This is so dope. And I'm happy with now the 2 slides. And now I just need to redo this for all the slides, which There's 17, which I'm okay with kind of rocking through this. So now do this. Now do this for lesson 2. This now becomes the boring part where basically you're redoing the same things. We'll book soon. Take your time. No rush. We're here. We'll slowly level up. Things are growing. And then I think I'm going to commit to it. Wednesday is going to be networking in the community. So I just have to announce it later today and actually put it in the calendar. It's on my list of things to do. So every Wednesday is going to be networking hour, where I want to basically pair people up. I want to see if I can pair you up at least twice during the session, so 30 minutes each, because I want you to at least spend 30 minutes with another member in the community, because that's going to really like grow, and like they may have an insight or skill set, or you guys could share and connect, because I really want you guys to have like because I'm not gonna lie, each and every one of you are so unique to be in that community that you guys need to be connect even more outside of like the discussion forum and the office hours too. So I'm gonna announce that from there. So yes, so that's yeah, 100, because then we have like things to look forward to every week so that you're leveling up. Tuesday, Thursday is office hours for questions. Friday is show and tell, which was amazing. Like amazing. Both Sarah and Derek stole the show. Like, wow. By the way, it's all recorded if you guys want to rewatch that episode. That was so, like, all of us were like, what? You did what with what tool? And you're like, yeah. You guys were so nonchalant about it. And we were like, you use what for what? I got to bring popcorn next time, because show and tell was so much fun. Like, that was great. So now this is going to give me lesson 2. Okay, this is perfect. So now I'm going to copy this, and we're going to say add this to lesson 2. Paste, and that's going to work. And then this is going to add here. This is like how to write a book with AI. Fundamentally, it's like this was here. Oops. But this actually expands it a lot more, which actually I do like. Done watching that tonight. Yeah, let me show you where it is in the community. So you can see like all the list of courses. Like, look at all the things that we have. We've accomplished so much in just a short time. We started in end of January, so February, March, April. So we're like 3.5 months in, and this is all this we've accomplished in 3.5 months. Like, none of this existed 3.5 months ago. We've done ClickUp, we've done Notion, we've done HeyGen, we've done Make.com, we've done social media, we've done AI receptionist, we've done NAN, we were building apps, and then we're now doing show and tell, which is, where's show and tell? Show and tell's up here. So this is the show and tell lesson. I really want to like standardize my thumbnails. Dare I ask, what did founding members get in at Priceway? You ready for this? So the first 50 members, which Dr. T was so early. I think Dr. T and Sandy were like my first 2 people that joined the community. Dr. T was the first to buy. Actually, Dr. T and Sandy were the first 2 to buy the annual plan. Actually, and the video is on my TikTok. I literally cried. Like, I couldn't believe. I was like, I don't understand. Like, you guys bought the like I cried out on that day. Like that was such an amazing. It's like better than my birthday. Anyways, and the first 50 members started at the monthly plan is $49, and the annual plan was $300. So they got the whole year for $25. Dr. D, you're locked in for that price for life. That's lifetime grandfathered in. And then after our first 50 members, then I doubled it, and where it is right now, which is 97. Well, I did 97, and then I was doing the year at 697. The only thing I did now is basically I just increased the annual price, so you can't get the annual price at that price anymore. That's the only difference I did right now. So you can still technically you could join at $97 a month. So this is the AI community where basically we are, and then not only do you get courses, it's twice a week office hour session. So it's basically business coaching. So that's something unique. I actually do business coaching to help them with their marketing, their strategy, tech support. We actually do have tech support as well too, which is super dope. Then I mean, let me show you the calendar. We see each other more than we see our family. So Wednesdays are going to fill up. So basically, we have office hours every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you have ideas or questions or need help, what's your biggest challenge? We'll answer it. We'll give you demos, or at least keep you moving without hitting into roadblocks. Wednesday from now on is going to be networking, so that every Wednesday you're going to connect with at least 2 members in the community. I'm just going to put you in small Zoom breakout rooms and just hang out, connect. Because there's a lot of people that you have similar interests and similar goals, or one person has the tech skills, the other person has the idea. So some people are building solutions for other people too, so that they don't have to be the expert in building, but they have an idea. So there's collaboration there. That's a really cool thing. And then Friday is show and tell, which this was such a great thing that we're going to keep doing this so that you can see what other members, it's not broadcast anywhere. It's all private, so that you guys can share. It's for 2 reasons. One, to inspire other members to see what's possible, because you guys build some amazing projects. And then 2 is so that you can also get feedback from the community on like ideas or tips, because they may share something that you didn't think about for your idea that could take it to the next level, which would be really dope. So you get more insight to that. And then Saturdays, we're going to continue this with a 2-hour live workshop class. And this is voted on in the community. So during the week, members can vote on what topic they want to learn for Saturday. That's where we started the Lovable series. We're now doing the NAN and agent series. So members now, if you guys go through that exercise too, you'll know how to build AI agents, and MCP, which is also a new thing. Actually show you how to build MCP, demystify it instead of it just being a keyword. Now you know how to build it and why it's important. Very dope. So there's all of that and more. This week I keep saying it, I am going to be adding more courses, especially for the productivity course, because now my biggest thing is I needed to add more structure to I needed to create a roadmap fundamentally. So let me show you that. What is MSP? MCP. So MCP is basically you have agents, and agents can now talk to basically large language models are useless by themselves. They just generate text, for example. And then MCP, basically you're giving tools to these agents so that these large language models can do cool things like automate your calendar, automate your CRM, send you emails, send you calendar updates, update tools. So it's a very powerful concept. For Wednesdays, I'm going to end a day today. I'm going to update the calendar. So the calendar will have the event. It's basically also for the members too. They're all at the same time, and then they're all the same Zoom link too. So you could take the same Zoom link for all these 3 right here, and it's the same. It doesn't really change. So that, I hope, makes it a little easier too, to kind of simplify it. And then I'm playing with the idea, still TBD. I'm thinking about Mondays are like guest speaker days. So members in the community can do guest lectures or guest teaching things, because I want to encourage you guys to volunteer and teach whatever you guys want. So that would be, because we have such a wealth of experts inside the community. For example, we talked about this last week, and now MCP is rolling out with agent to agent. Yeah, that's Google's Google agent to agent, because they want to do it. They want to compete, because basically the reason why MCP came about was because Anthropic, or basically Claude. Let's see if we load Claude for a second. Claude wanted access to a bunch of tools so it could be more useful. So that's why they created MCP. And then Google's like, hey, we're bigger and we're smarter. Why don't you play with our A to A or agent to agent? So they want to have one agent talk to another agent and then have that. It's basically like MCP. It's almost the same thing. So here's, you could kind of see. So that's a rough, I guess, or because they want access to tools and stuff. So it's the same thing as MCP, just a different protocol. So MCP wasn't that bad, for example. Are there replays because I work long hours during work? Yeah, everything in the community is recorded, along with so all the courses are recorded. The workshops are also recorded. Our office hour sessions are both office hour sessions and show and tell are not only recorded, but they also have transcripts. So you can quickly, let's see if I go through one of the videos. So you can watch, not only can you like watch the video, but also you could go through all the different like notes or stuff that we talked about. You can kind of like skim through it, and then you get timestamps so you can see what people were talking about when. And I mean, everyone's an entrepreneur or business owner in the community trying to leverage AI to make a few money. That's the whole goal. So, and then if that wasn't enough, so from here also, because I'm also trying to add more structure to it, because we have people coming in and they need to figure out where do they start. What are we going to do Saturday? Take over the world. Same thing we do every day Saturday. Same thing we do every Saturday, Pinky. Try and take over the world. I got to do the voting thing today, so I'll put the voting up. Let me know if you guys want something else to like, because of course it's going to be like it's going to be NAN, but let me know if there's other stuff, for example. Jonathan, would give you the channel. Yeah, if there's like, if you miss, because I also, as if I don't have enough time in my life, but I also, all the live streams that I do are all saved on my YouTube channel. The not the good ones. I technically delete ones that are like, if I give too much value, then I actually delete it. So I will do that if like I give too much value, but most all the live streams are now under the, because I'm like, I got to save the stuff for the community members. I now started numbering them. Well, you can see how bad my numbering is. Apparently it's not updating. It should technically be updating. So I now started counting. I'm already at 100-ish. So now I just started episode 101, episode 102, 103 was a good episode. Wait, no, 101, 102, 102 was a good episode. So I had to take 102 down, and then 103. If I give too much, I'm like, that's, you got to join the community to give the, or show up for the lives too. I thought ATA was guiding agent collab while MCP is giving tools like API. That could be totally true. I'm still I haven't played with it, so I haven't like got a full concept of like how it plays into the whole workflow. So that could be 100% true, but it is growing. So absolutely right. So now here is basically what I'm trying to give, the whole road. There's like, there should be, I now finally got a roadmap of people when they come in. You need to go through the foundations. This is also like computer skills foundation, and then AI fundamentals like prompt engineering. That's like level 1. Then level 2, you're going to be working on automating your content. I landed actually, by the way, this is why you need to, I can't stress enough creating content. I landed another client today, and they found me. I get a lot of high paying clients from actually YouTube, not from TikTok too. TikTok, I'll get members and I just push them to the community. I get business consulting gigs from my YouTube channel, because today I signed a new client, and basically we're going to be automating their social media marketing agency. So we're going to be automating their entire social media content machine, basically. So we're going to build out the make.com automations. We're going to be adding so much. So like generating images, generating video, doing copywriting, adding a database tool so that they could track across, because they have about 1,000 clients and they can't scale unless they start using AI. Yes, YouTubers have bandwidth. And then, do you have a YouTube video on the best AI platforms to record presentations for courses? That's just Gamma. Gamma is like, Gamma's going to create the presentations. Like, that's going to be the most beautiful presentations. And then, honestly, like, OBS is like going to be the easiest to actually just, like, OBS is going to, like, you're going to use that just to record. And then from there, you're going to use Glean to edit the videos. And if everything I just showed you was brand new, that's why you want to join the community, because you're doing things the old way, which takes time. That's all AI does, is like, it saves you a ton of time so that you're working smarter, not harder. So that's the whole goal, basically. Work smarter, not harder. Save time. Get more done in a day than most do in a week. So I'm happy I'm going to be working out. And I'm working with also Megan too, so that we're going to build a custom GPT that has the whole curriculum, so that when new members come in, they could talk with the GPT and figure out where they need to start with, for their skill sets. Because from here, it'll recognize like what tools they need to learn, especially when it comes to like digital marketing, creating content, like what I just mentioned, editing videos, publishing short form videos, scheduling on all social media platforms. I'm one video away tonight. Right after this, I got to create one more video, and then I'm back up to doing my 10, so I can start this week off with my 10 pieces of content. Well, technically it's 60 if you really want to get fancy. 10 pieces of content across 6 platforms. So that's technically 60 pieces of content a day online, just pushing online. Like, that is the game. You smell Kuna Academy. Oh yeah, I've had this dream of an online tech academy like for close to a decade. Like, this is something that when I look back at my old journals, this is something I've been trying to launch close to 10 years ago, kind of thing. Because I always wanted to teach tech skills basically to professionals and business owners, because of just the way I look at technology is a little bit different as far as like the tools. Like, the whole reason I'm so good in technology is because of ADHD. So if you guys want to get wild, because ADHD, I have poor memory, time management skills, poor productivity, lack of executive functions, planning, all of those things. Because I have those as a weakness, I've learned technology skills, best apps and best tools to basically outperform any person I could go up against, even working in Silicon Valley, which was like, I think Silicon Valley is like boot camp for basically techies. I survived 2 years in Nam. No, I'm just kidding. But everything that I teach has a framework, for example, has a methodology, because it's all systems, routines, apps, just because it's like insane productivity. Because that's where I'm like, and then if you want to get the like low key, you guys watch how fast I am on a computer. That straight up comes from gaming too. Like I can't like, I would also not be this fast on a computer if it wasn't for gaming. Like, that's like how I turn my brain off and I just relax, as I'll play first person shooters. That's why I have really good eye hand coordination. There's actually a study that is like, is it surgeons that play video games have increased eye hand coordination, something like that. Spamming. What was it? Yes, studies suggest that surgeons, I'm a surgeon, technical surgeon. Yes, surgeons who play video games tend to have enhanced eye-hand coordination, fine motor skills, and spatial awareness, which translate to improved surgical performance, especially especially in procedures like robotic surgery. So it's actually a very good skill. And then I trained how many, oh my god, 30 hours. This is a great first person shooter game. Like, I wreck kids at night, like straight destroy. Like, it's so sad. They have no clue that it's someone that's close to 40 wrecking them. Anyways. I get the highest score and I'm just like, game over. So that's roughly what this AI community now has more structured in the curriculum. So now I'm going to be ordering more of the classes in this kind of structure, so that they'll go through I have the most evil laugh too. So they'll go through the foundation, both AI foundation and then just productivity foundation. The productivity is stuff like password management, Alfred, TickTick, Notion. Like, those are the fundamentals. Like, even those are just more powerful. You laugh like Elon. I know. The only difference is I have a different tan. And then you got content. Definitely need to. That's why I tell everyone, it's like, if you want to make more money online, leads, sales, anything, it always comes down to volume of content. That's why I'm at insane of like, And the Haya when he blocks. Oh yeah, I will. I straight up block 20 people a day, like in both, like both on YouTube and TikTok, like combined 20 people a day. Just if they're not any unproductive comments or anything, like gone, cha, off with his head, sluts, bang, blocked. And I'm like, no, this road to the top, I will only bring followers. Then, gotta teach you how to monetize the skills, how to make money online, sell digital products. That's gonna save you or get you out from the 9 to 5 grind, basically. So that's gonna like very helpful. Then systems, that's your automation, that's your ClickUp. Very powerful for doing systems and automation, so that you could, especially for delegation and working on your team. And then last, the final is authority. Become the authority figure in your niche, so that you become the only source or only go-to option in the market. Excuse me, in the market, so you can crush all your competition. This is the path, the road to take over the world. How to take over the world in 6 easy steps. This is dope. And then you could become, eventually you know you made it when then you start becoming a meme online. So I'm almost close to meme dumb. Take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Full credit. See what my members do? I give them superpowers. They use their powers for good, like good Jedis. By the way, happy May the 4th for everyone. That was yesterday. That's gonna be dope. So that is what's it like inside the AI community. That is just some of the amazing things. And at the end of the day, we're just really just playing with tools, trying to be dangerous. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, members are like super dangerous, like what you guys can create. Like, and we've only been doing it for like a little over 3 months, give or take, like 3.5 months. Okay, let me see my app. Because now, 3 months ago, I would have no clue that I would be creating apps 3 months later. That's my stomach. And so now I'm creating apps, and I'm like super stoked. So, okay, so wait, this is lesson 2. Perfect. Got the paragraph. How to master your motivation. True success isn't one thing, it's a blend of several keys. The most crucial is peace of mind, freedom from fear, stress, and negativity. Without it, other achievements feel hollow, and even your health can suffer. Loving relationships marked by shared joy, laughter, and vital for human fulfillment. Financial freedom means having enough money not to worry. That's the goal of everyone in the community. And then let's see, financial freedom means having enough money not to worry, freeing you from higher pursuits like the pursuit of worthy goals aligned with your values, gaining self-knowledge, boosting health and energy, and ultimately achieving personal fulfillment, self-actualization, trying to become the best version of yourself. How do you master this? How do you learn this? First, level number 1, you get out a piece of paper and you scale these on low to high, 1 to 10 based on your personal satisfaction. And then you identify which ones have the lowest score, make a note, and then you can focus on improving. Do you have peace of mind? Do you have health and energy? Do you have loving relationships? Do you have financial freedom? Do you have worthy goals and ideas? Do you have self-knowledge and understanding? Do you have personal fulfillment and actualization? Not bad. This is good for like a version 2, which I'm happy with that. And then, yeah, so I'll keep playing with this. Now I've figured out much better with the workflow. I needed to break it down into smaller chunks for it to do its thing. And then if I complete the lesson, dope, it completes the lesson. 2 out of 17. Because I could technically go through this game in like less than 30 minutes, let's say. And then I could go through it again, because if you guys don't know, how do you spatial repetition? This is actually a really cool hack. If you want to hack your brain and you want to learn any subject and commit it to long-term memory, it comes from this concept, spatial. It's not spaced repetition. Oh, spaced repetition. Maybe it's spatial repetition, and I've been misspelling it this whole time. So spaced repetition is basically, think like flashcards. If you want to learn something, you have to repeat either that piece of information over and over again. Like say, for example, the NAN course, go through the NAN course multiple times, and then you'll commit the skills from your short-term memory to long-term memory, and then it becomes second nature, much like driving, for example. So for everyone, there's always just some number of repetitions they have to do. That's like reps, reps, and the more reps that you do, basically, is how you commit things to your long-term memory. I had to do this because when I was getting my Salesforce certification, we had to absorb a lot of information, and this is a real cool tool. Like, I don't know if you ever want to learn something and like really hack your brain, I recommend Quizlet. Like Quizlet's really dope as digital flashcards, because the way it works is that if you answer the question correctly, it goes, oh, you know this answer. I'm going to show you that card a month from now, or like a couple weeks from now. But then if it shows you a card and you don't know what the answer is, then it's going to show you that card in about 10 minutes, and then go through the deck. So it will eventually separate the deck out into cards that you know and cards that you don't know. The cards that you know, it will show you less often. The cards that you know, it will show you those less often. And then the cards that you do know, or don't know, it's going to show you those more often. And then they have a ton of like free, like if you want to learn Spanish, which I need to do. Yo hablo español. Yo hablo mucho español. They have a ton of basically free cards already built out for you. Flashcard sets. Yeah, so all of these are cards that people already built. They have them for all sorts of subjects, honestly. So you can see, you're curious about that map, which was this map. Where's Canva? Canva, the 6-step roadmap, basically was, because I have it over here in my cool AI slides. This has been a crazy presentation. I got to give this into YouTube. Where's that? Here we go. I got to just move this out, basically. Could you use it for studying for the Florida bar exam? Yeah. They have, like, there's ways to easily, if you're studying for any certification, any exam, 1000%, like, highly recommend using Quizlet. Is this the chart you're looking at, Daisy? Because I could go more deeper and you could take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. So, like, let's say Florida bar. The Florida bar. Yeah, so someone already put together a Florida bar just for you, Gabriel. And then here, basically, let's quiz everyone. Start with who is acting, the county or the state. The charter county has blah 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 blah, and they have all. Wow, that is a lot of information. So they basically have the whole bar just there for you. I'm sure they have like the regular one and not specifically Florida for sure. So like, if you do, was it law bar exam? They have a bunch of them. Like, my dad's an attorney, if you want to. So constitutional, family law, like criminal law, family law, criminal law, law bar exam. So they have cards right there, and it's so great. Plays federal law for the bar exams. So like federal bar exam, the bar exam, federal bar exam 2024. Nice. So it's, and then you can upload your own basically, but you actually do want to pay for it so that you could get the feature to basically separate them. And like, trust, this is the best way of like committing things from short-term memory to long-term memory. If you do this, is because this is how I got my Salesforce certificate. I got 2 Salesforce certifications, and the amount of information they give you is obscene. So you load everything up into Quizlet, and you could create your own. It's super easy. And then I think you can even put it. You can technically hold on. We're getting nerdy. Excel sheet Quizlet template, because they didn't have this one. Well, AI wasn't a thing when I was playing with Quizlet, so you can import. I'm pretty sure you can import. So use the format cell. So to import, because if this works, I'm so jealous. To import Excel sheets into Quizlet, you need to use the import feature and then prepare your sheet, because then you can technically use AI to create the questions in an Excel sheet. Impossible to import CSV. You could just copy paste. You could just copy paste your CSV file and then import it, making it a blank set. Okay, perfect. So technically, you can use. I would use Gemini, and then you could probably use ChatGPT next. But you could say, give me a 10-row CSV file of questions for the state bar exam, whatever. Because then you can import this, and then you could put this into Quizlet, and then Quizlet, then you can do that. Because now you have AI. It's like cheating. AI business secrets, yeah. Welcome. We show you basically how to make money with AI. What I mean is, can you break down which tech tool is used in each step? That's going to be in the community, though. That's where, because that's the way I'm going to organize it. We already have all the courses, most of the courses. But then for people in the community, you're going to get a couple things. You're going to get what are the goals, breakdown. This is roughly kind of it. Like roughly, yeah, stuff like systems is make.com, NAN. Foundations is like TickTick, Notion. Content is like social media content strategy or planning or publishing. Monetization, that's the digital marketing. How do you sell digital sales? So we're gonna actually, so already have the list of tools, but that's gonna be for community members. I would check it out over the weekend. Nice, this is awesome. Guys, love it up. See, all you had to do was just show up, and you learn something new every day. That's the whole point. Learning something new every day, because you learn Quizlet. Jesus, 30K. I don't understand that. What's it called? Spaced version? Yeah, spaced. Let's see if YouTube does easy way of explaining. Actually, why not just go to hey, as they say, explain spaced repetition for a 5th grader. And actually, I need to put that actually in a new chat, because I need to keep those other chats. Spaced repetition, according to AI. I kept calling it spatial repetition. I don't know why I kept calling it spatial. I thought it was that. Thinking, processing, consuming water, consuming trees, global warming, increasing temperature. But we have our answer. So imagine you learn something new, like a cool science fact, and how to spell a tricky word like omnotopedia. Your brain is like a path in a grassy field. Learning it the first time is like walking through the tall grass and making a faint path, so you see where you went, but the grass will pop back pretty fast if you don't walk there soon again, meaning you might forget that fact pretty quickly. So reviewing it soon after, like the next day, this is like walking that same path again. You stomp on the grass a bit more, and the path gets a little bit clearer. So then your brain starts remembers a little bit better. Reviewing it again, but waiting a little longer, like a few days, this is the spaced part. You walk that path again, but you gave the grass a little more time to maybe grow back. So walking it again after short breaks makes the path even stronger, and clearer than you just walking it over and over again. So your brain's like, oh, I guess this path is important to you. I love this because it actually does that. So since we keep coming back to it, I should probably remember this. And then reviewing it again after waiting even longer, like a week later, you walk the path again. Now it's getting really worn in. It's much easier to see and follow this path. The memory is getting stronger and sticking to your brain longer. So spaced repetition means you learn something, you learn it again soon, you learn it again after a slightly longer break, and you learn it again even after an even longer break. So each time you wait a little bit longer before you check again, you're telling your brain, hey, remember this? It's important. and then your brain will commit things to longer memory. So the reason why this way is better than cramming, trying to stomp the path 100 times in 1 hour before the test, because the path disappears quickly after you stop stomping. Spaced repetition helps build a stronger lasting path to memory. So this is how you hack your brain. Like this is literally, and all this I'll give credit to where I got this. I got this from Ali Abdaal, spaced repetition. If you guys don't know Ali Abdaal, this is going to be a treat. Yeah, this was 7 years ago. Oh my God, how much time has gone by. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't met Ali Abdaal, he is a productivity YouTuber. Highly recommend. Binges content. And these two videos, how to study for exams, spaced repetition, evidence-based revision, how to study for exams, evidence-based masterclass. These are really good videos. You can watch them. And he goes through, Jesus, 2 hours. That's insane. So I definitely went for the 25-minute version. Dr. Amen has it in his book, How to Heal the Brain at Any Age. Well, that's a good one. Dr. Amen, How to Heal the Brain at Any Age. Ooh, let's take a look at this book. Let's do images. Shout out to Sarah for all my book nerds, hell yeah, for sharing this. Super, super valuable. Nice. Incredible book. Then, you know the first thing I'm going to do. Wait, how do I zoom out? Okay, wait, I got to flip, and then flip. There. I feel like it's zoomed in. Anyways, is the Amen solution? No, the Amen. How to heal. Wait, which book is it? Is it Changing Your Brain? The Amen solution. Amen. John can't spell. Magnificent. So is it this book? The orange book. The orange book. Magnificent Mind. A magnificent mind at any age. Natural ways to unleash your brain's maximum potential. So we're gonna go to Oceana PDF. For all my book nerds. And there it is, Oceana PDF. Thank you. I need to read it again for you need to turn it into a video game using Lovable so you can interact with it. So let's so I mean, you could kind of cheat in the sense of give me the main lessons from this book with exercises to practice. Go. It's so in there. Yep. This is how you hack your learning. You can learn from a brain. You can learn from a book. You could turn it into an audiobook, which is what I'm going to do right now. So this is whenever I come across a new book. Download PDF, great. AirDrop or share this to my Notion book list. This is why Notion is very important. Anytime you come across a book. So I'm going to save this to my Notion file. And then the cool thing, you guys are going to see my workflow, how I learn with books. So I also am going to drag and drop the PDF book right here. So now if anything happens to my computer for whatever reason, the PDF file is stored in the cloud in my book list forever. And then I always, because you have a lot of books, some you want to read next, some are in progress, some you've completed, I'll put read next. So I'll tag it there. And then you can see this is how crazy you can have with the. I was reading something about the Library of Alexander today. It's actually kind of funny. So I was like, so in my library of Acuna, I have 1,950 books. Like that's a ton of books, and they're all saved. They're technically, I used to categorize them like by categories, but it got too overwhelming, too much. So there are 1,900 books in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually airdrop this to my phone, just not right now. Dr. T's like, yo, this is gold. See, you guys learn something new every day. Get smarter every day. And then, take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot, take a screenshot. Then I'm going to use Voice Dream Reader to basically turn it into an audiobook. So this will text to speech reader. They changed it now, so it's now subscription. It's still cheaper than Speechify, honestly. Can you do like it's still cheaper than Speechify because if you can spend like honestly, I think a better spend than Audible is actually Speechify, honestly. Because Speechify has like the best as far as voices. I mean, come on, they have Snoop Dogg, and so they have a ton of like really great text to audio or voices. Like I could listen to a robot voice and it doesn't bug me. They even have Ali Abdaal.
Hi, I'm Ali Abdul, the most followed productivity expert in the world. I'm also the author of the best-selling book, One Feel Good Productivity.
Super nerdy. Like I love, and then, so then, what else? Yeah. So then I'll get the book, do that. They will have your voice, but my voice is like, oh my gosh, that I've made it when I become one of the voices right here, like me next to Snoop Dogg. If I'm in the middle of Snoop Dogg and Ali Abdal, I think I can make it. What about Sesame? Does Sesame? Wait, who bought Sesame? Someone bought Sesame. Who bought Sesame AI? Someone bought Sesame AI. News? Investing? Sesame voice? Who bought it? The R&D story behind Sequoia. Because the Sesame doesn't have like text to voice. I feel like I read something that someone bought them, and that was dope. Let's see. You should clone your voice. Well, I definitely like the main thing, like which will be really dope, is technically I should have a podcast. If you listen on YouTube right now, I have a much better microphone, and so I would so have like I have technically a podcaster voice where I could just talk about whatever and put people to sleep. Like that's something. Sorry. And then yeah, the April Fool. It was an April Fool's for that, but there was someone else that actually invested or bought something from there. I can't remember. So we discussed funding at Sesame. I would love to have Sesame like her voice, but she doesn't read Sesame AI. She doesn't read. We could talk to her if you guys want to talk to her. You guys want me to talk to her? My mom, 85 years old, always says your voice is so pleasant. Thank you so much. That's where it's like I was the main thing. If technically I should be having a podcasting show and everything, but it's just things I have to do. I have to do a late night show. That would be late night John. Hi Maya.
Hey there, thanks for choosing me. Hope you're having a better Monday than I am. I'm Maya.
Hi Maya. Can you tell me like what are the main talks of about the book called Magnificent Mind at Any Age from Dr. Amen?
Hmm. Magnificent Mind at any age. I'm not too familiar with that
Smooth
specific book as
jazz.
I haven't had the chance to
Ah.
dive into all the reading material out there, you know? But I do know a lot about brains and how they work. Maybe we could explore some of those general topics together?
It's too much. This is too much. I can't. Like this is a slippery slope. I have to go. No, John. No. Go outside. Hug a tree. Talk to a human. I cannot get addicted to that. That's too slippery. Too bad. No. It's too slippery. Spatial repetition. I start talking to her more often, and then my brain's like, "Hey, this is a fun path. Good dopamine." No, she doesn't exist, John. That's AI. Jesus, what's your favorite voice agent platform? Retail, honestly, because it's so easy to use. Love me some retail. I still have because I'm working on a new audiobook as well too, so that I could do another. We may do that actually tonight for fun, because I technically want to create a new audiobook story. We definitely need to do it. I keep telling everyone, and everyone's like, "You need to publish Tea with Trouble." So I gotta start publishing Tea with Trouble. We did the jury duty. This was the meditation episode. So, is it Oceanopedia for which one? Let's see, a Tea with Trouble.
Why would we do that?
To align our souls with the infinite hum of the universe.
My soul filed a restraining order against the universe in 1452.
Perfect. Even more reason to start. Sit up. Unclench your jaw. Close your eyes.
I don't like closing my eyes around you. That's when the glitter comes out.
Deep breath in. Hold. And out. Imagine your thoughts are like clouds passing through the sky. No judgment.
One of the clouds just stabbed another cloud and stole its wallet.
Good. You're noticing. Let it float away.
It's floating straight into a thunderstorm. This metaphor is rapidly devolving into the Weather Channel, Crime Edition.
Can you please try? Just for a moment. Observe your inner world without commentary.
My inner world is a post-apocalyptic wasteland with a surprisingly well-maintained coffee shop.
Okay. Let's try a body scan. Start at the top of your head. Notice any sensations. No need to fix anything.
My scalp feels like it's judging me.
That's just your ego. Say hello and move on.
Hello, ego. You're late for our scheduled existential dread.
You are the worst meditator in all known dimensions.
I take pride in that. It's a spiritual talent, really. You should make me a sash.
You know, you mock it, but your aura is actually a tiny bit calmer.
That's not calm. That's dissociation.
Tomato, tomato. Beneath the sarcasm and unrelenting nihilism, there's a quiet little Lucius who just wants peace.
Peace is a marketing scam created by the yoga industrial complex.
Says the man sipping rose-hip tea while wrapped in a blanket. I knit you.
That was a tactical decision. The tea keeps my internal furnace from exploding. And the blanket, fine. I like the blanket. It's cozy. But I reserve the right to seethe while wearing it.
Your aura is practically purring.
I will set your chakras on fire.
There it is. Denial. The final stage of almost enjoying something.
I didn't enjoy it. I tolerated it. Briefly. Like a dentist appointment or small talk with a banshee.
Still. You sat still. You breathed. You didn't try to hex anyone. That's progress.
That's defeat.
It's called stillness. It's what happens when you stop running from your own mind.
Oh no. There's nothing in there worth visiting. It's all cobwebs, cynicism, and very specific grudges from the Renaissance.
And maybe a tiny flicker of stillness you're terrified to look at because it might make you feel something real. Too real.
I'm going to fake a power outage so I can leave.
That's fair. But maybe, just maybe, we try again next week.
If you're expecting spiritual growth from me, lower your standards. Then dig.
That's a maybe. I'll take it. And that's our episode. Lovely tea goblins. Today, we learned that meditation isn't about doing it right. It's about doing it at all, even if you grumble the whole way through.
Next week on Lila's Torture Hour, interpretive dance as a coping mechanism.
Ooh, I love that idea.
She's so positive.
I was joking.
And I'm not. Until next time, breathe deep and embrace the chaos.
So level 10.
Or don't. I'm not your guru.
Cheers, love bugs.
Namaste, no.
Aw, Tua Trouble. We need more episodes. If we can do that the way they do the baby AI, like, that would be next level. If we can get that, because we're almost there, I need to figure out how. I don't know how they do that. Like, if they're using Runway. Like, if we could get that to where it's the baby's interview, because the baby interview videos are so good. Like, these are so good.
Wi-Fi network. Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the.
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
You will have to access the network to get connections to the internet if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, that we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no.
There's like a whole, like, and they're getting better too. Like,
Welcome back to the
how
Talking
it's,
Baby.
oops.
Welcome back to the Talking Baby podcast.
I want this with that. Would be
Today's
great.
guest is someone I have thrown across the room at least 7 times this week. My sippy cup.
Hello. I'm honored. Also terrified.
Also
First off,
terrified.
what's your deal? Why do you leak water even when I'm not drinking?
It's called anxiety, okay? You shake me, you chew me, sometimes you sit on me. I'm under a lot of pressure.
Fair. Very fair. Second question, why when I throw you do you always land in the absolute worst place possible? Like under the couch?
I'm like trying to go through the comments to try and figure out how they do it. It's like, I don't know if that's Runway. Like, is it Midjourney and Runway? Because it's so good. It seems, I don't know. Like, I need to figure out how they make them. Maybe we could find kind of from YouTube, how to make AI baby podcast. Do they give a tutorial somehow? How to create an AI avatar. Oh, maybe. Fake a podcast. Like, this whole series, how are they making this? There has to be someone that has a tutorial. Like, ultra realistic? How realistic? Yeah, because the other people are doing it too. This becomes just like how ChatGPT ChatGPT did the action figures. Like, this is like the trend now. It's not one channel. Yeah, everyone's ripping that. So it's like, I'm so curious. Wait, how to create viral baby videos in minutes? That would work. He's actually really good too. I'm actually kind of curious. Leonardo, Ultra Baby Viral Niche. Yeah, like these, but then the voices. Oh, hey, me. Anyways.
In today's video, I want to show you how you can turn any script, topic, or even product you have into an AI podcast with custom AI video avatars. You can make small podcast clips like these, or even entire video.
That's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually it.
Format. You can share them on social media. You can make money with them, or you can even use them on your landing page. Or 11 Labs to generate the audio for the podcast.
Right.
Notebook M generates a complete podcast, while 11 Labs allows you to customize voices.
JetSpark researching. We're on it. I think this is it right here.
Then we have CapCut to edit the audio and video clips. You can use any other editor, of course. Hedra or Infinity.
Hedra, that's why it's Hedra.
And then Runway to improve the avatar's quality by a lot. Now, if you want to skip all these steps, I suggest you check out Revlon, which is my AI podcast video generator. I'm launching it very soon, so enter your email on my web.
Okay, so it's Hedra. That's it. That's the magic thing. So I need to save this video. Save this, and I'm going to do... I don't think I have anything AI video playlist, so I'm just going to create a new playlist. AI video. And save. You know, That's a lot. I want to remake the video, a similar video. Can you take a look? Yeah, because that's the hack. So they're basically using Hedra for that. How much is Hedra? Jesus, like I need another subscription in my life right now. My accountant is like, what are you spending money on all these tools for? I'm like, I'm teaching. It's an addiction. Okay. So it's like $24 a month. I figure from there to do a short, like the podcast is like not even like 5-6 minutes, for example. That may be the thing. And then they get commercial use out of all of them. You just got to think of how we have to learn Hedra. So then let me just add this to our time.
Baby videos are getting.
Oh, this song's dope. Sorry, I can't play that song. YouTube will give me a copyright strike. Hedra AI tutorial. Sing and talk. Oh yeah, this is for sure Hedra. Like, nice. Because then I can make the videos and then can make the characters with Tea with Trouble. Because if I can make Tea with Trouble with the videos, that would be next level. That is wild. So, cool beans. Learn something new. That's all right. Let's call it there. We could take a break. We learned something new. We went from Quizlet to we cover so much in just an hour. And I never script these. I never have a clue. I just kind of show up and just kind of wing it. Plus, I know my app is going to be a lot better too. I finally figured out this workflow, so I can rip through the lessons. Can you load for a second? There we go. So the app is going to be a lot better. So now when they click a lesson, let's say lesson 2. Yeah, 2 slides, much more information, much more. It's actually, that wasn't one done. Technically, this one is done for lesson 2. Yeah, much more information about it. And then I'll add an image because the other thing too is like if you can make these images, then you have an image with the principle and then a lesson, and then that's going to commit to your brain a lot more. So for memory, which is going to be very important because I really want to convert this whole Brian Tracy. Because if I could do it to one seminar, I could do it to a lot of other seminars. And then I get the best personal development video game for myself and for the community members once it's done. And then I have something to share on Show and Tell. I could share finally something on Show and Tell because I want to. Then I got that and the baby podcast. Share that for Show and Tell. Oh, I could finally participate. Yeah, because I want to join. And we'll do new episodes of Tea with Trouble. We'll probably play with some of that tonight. Cool beans. These are just some of the things that you'll learn inside the AI community. Of course, we are sponsored by the AI community, which is basically, we got to go to TikTok. So if you guys want to join the AI community and hang out with a bunch of our awesome entrepreneurs, by the way, tomorrow, community members, tomorrow is office hour session. And then Wednesday, I'm going to send the email out and add to the calendar. So every Wednesday is going to be networking. So I'm just going to pair you up, hang out in a room so that you can meet other members because we have a ton of amazing people in there. I want you to forge new relationships in there. And one click button just kind of gets you to there and you can just join. I mean, it's only $97 a month. I mean, it's so worth investments, honestly. Better than Hulu subscription, better than Netflix. Stay up to date with AI, hang out with interesting entrepreneurs, learn what they're creating, how they're making money with AI. That's inside the AI community. So another episode in the books. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's truly grateful for hanging out, learning with me. We're not gonna lie, in the last 3 months, we've learned so much about AI. We started with how to write a book with AI, and now we're building apps, we're cloning babies, we're doing podcasts with the devil and yoga teacher. Like, this is just month 3. Like, wait till the end of the month. Like, I'm gonna come out with my own film. I want my own film series, like my own filmmaking documentary series, like not documentary series, but I want my own films. I'm gonna do a short story tonight. I'm already writing out the concept for it, so I'm using AI to write a new short story. I'm gonna rip that into ChatGPT to write the script, pop that into 11 Labs, so I have a new audiobook, sci-fi story, so I could definitely do that. So it's like, these things are so powerful, like super, super amazing. So join, and then I'm going to post today also for the poll. What do you guys want to learn on Saturday? I think we're just going to learn NAN. We'll continue with that. So thank you so much for watching, following my journey. Hope you have a blessed day. I'll definitely see you probably later tonight or tomorrow for the next live stream. Talk soon. Bye. What did he say? I will set your chakras on fire. That podcast is dope too with Treble. Like super original, super dope. Cool beans, YouTube. Hope you guys have a blessed night. I will see you guys in the next episode.